Hey friends, Sarah here with Boho Stitchery. Today's Tuesday. You know what that means. Tutorial Tuesday.
Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Sarah. So today I am going to teach you guys how to make these cute little mini teddy bears. I call them Boo Boo Bears. A little backstory, when I used to do a lot of vendor shows, I don't so much now since I work full time, but I would make these cute little guys up, and when I would sell one, I would donate the proceeds to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So if you're not familiar with St. Jude's, it is a organization, or a hospital rather, that deals with children with childhood cancer. So when I would sell these, I would donate the profits, or the majority of the profits of these, to St. Jude's to help with childhood cancer research. So I wanted to teach you guys how to make these cute little Boo Boo Bears. Best part is they look like amigurumis sort of, but there's no stuffing. It's basically just how you fold them up and sew them together. So what you're going to need is a square. I'm not sure how long this is. Let's see, 2, 12. I'd say about 7 inches. Square would be fine for this size. That's about what I did. And you can use any stitch you want. This is a moss or linen stitch I did in a square in the round, which I think I posted a video on how to do this quite a while back. I'll have to see if I can't find it, and if I do, I'll link it in the description box below. But it is just the moss or linen stitch done in like a granny square. So let's go ahead and get started. Make your square up. Like I said, about 7-8 inches is good size for these smaller ones, but really you could do them great big if you wanted to also. You're also going to need a yarn needle or tapestry needle with a big eye so that you can get your yarn through, and a pair of scissors. Big shout out to one of my best friends, Bonnie. She got me these for Christmas last year. I do a lot of cross stitch, or stamped cross stitch, and embroidery and things also. So she got me these for Christmas. So I love my little crane scissors. So big shout out to her for that. Thanks, Bonnie. And so what we're going to do is, let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to flip this over. You want to take your piece, and I like to have my working yarn kind of off to one side or the other. I don't think it matters too much, but you do want to leave yourself a generous tail, and by generous I mean probably like a yard or two, because that's what we're going to use to sew our bear up. So let's go ahead and get started. You want to take your square and you're just going to fold it in half. Just find that center, or close to the center as you can. Doesn't have to be exact. If you want to be real particular, you can always clip a stitch marker kind of where the center line is, but we're just going to kind of eyeball it today. Then you're going to take the left side and you're going to roll it to the center. So I was able to get about 4 rolls into that one. But you could do it a little looser, a little tighter. You just want to kind of make it even, kind of roll these legs up a little bit tight. And now this is kind of the trickiest part. What you're going to do is, you have your pieces rolled to the center in the middle. You're going to take this top and twist, and then put it down in the front. So now it lays sort of like this. Right now it doesn't really look too much like a bear, but we'll get there. So what you're going to do is, you're going to take your tail's coming kind of out of here, out of its little right hand. You're just going to seam it up, or stick it up kind of in the middle of this mess. Like I said, it kind of just looks like a blob right now. And you're going to wrap it around to form the head. So I usually do it about 3 or 4 times, but you want to pull it pretty tight. Okay, so that's about 4 times I did. So then what we're going to do is, we need to find the back. I usually try to stitch it down in place here when I'm in the back of the head. Okay, so just kind of loop it through there, and that just keeps the knot secure, or the neck secure rather, not the knot. And now we're going to kind of mold and form these ears. So if you can see from this one, got a little bit of ears up here, but what I did is the same thing I did around the neck. I just wrapped the yarn around 3 or 4 times. So I'm going to flip this guy over, and then I'll just kind of stick my yarn needle up to about the center of this head, right between the ears. Like I said, this project's great because you don't have to worry about stuffing. It's almost like, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank, guys. It's almost like that when you fold paper to make different animals, origami. That's what I was thinking of. That's sort of what it is you're folding your fabric up like origami. So now what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to do the same thing we did to the neck of a bear down here. We're going to wrap it around one of our ears. Like I said, I like to do it about 4 times. But if you find 4 is too many or it's not enough, do more. And then we're gonna kind of come back in here again. A lot of this is just eyeballing it and what looks right to you. And we're gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna wrap. And see, I didn't leave myself enough yarn, so that one's only gonna get wrapped about 3 times. Let's see if I can zoom in here. So we got him face down here. Let's just kind of weave him in. Yeah, I did not leave myself enough yarn to stitch this guy together. Alright, so then we're going to just kind of push it through the front. Like I said, just weave him in and out. And you know, you don't have to be too particular because you can't really even see your stitches if you're using the same color yarn. And then there you are. There is your Boo Boo Bear, guys. Let me back up a little bit here. Isn't that cute? That's adorable. You could like embroider some eyes or crochet little circles and sew them on if you wanted. I will say that like with this guy, you can see the difference here. You can see where the fabric is like kind of gappy right there. That's where we folded it. You could also just kind of stitch that up. I did that on this one, giving him, joining the creases a little bit more, I guess. And if you wanted to be real particular, if you were worried about it coming apart, you could also sew the arms down to the body and the legs down to this back piece too, just so they don't come apart. But usually I find that they don't, you know, not too much anyway. So anyway, yeah, I hope you guys found this helpful, and thanks for stopping by my channel. If you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys next week.
In the quiet air, every stitch a moment's kiss, hands create our endless bliss. Yarn flows like a river light, colors dancing in the night, needles click in rhythmic sound, crafting dreams where we're unbound. Knit our love in every row, crochet hearts we softly sew. In the moonlight we align, threads of midnight intertwine. Gently pull, warp and lift our spirits full. Through the loops our secrets share. In this craft we're always there. Blankets warm on whispered tales, scarves that float like ghostly trails. Sweaters knit with midnight hue, fabric spun for me and you. Glowing yarn spun through the air, tapestries of love and care. gently cold, warp and weft our spirits flow through the loops our sea